Throughout the centuries, the enigmatic link between the sacred and humanity has fascinated countless individuals. A remarkable example of this connection is found in the life of Catalina Rivas, a mystic from Bolivia whose encounters with the divine have captivated followers around the world. Imagine a life rooted in simplicity to suddenly find yourself immersed in the presence of Christ. This extraordinary transformation defines the journey of this woman who, during the 1990s, began experiencing divine visions and receiving messages directly from Jesus Christ. Her story is more than a personal spiritual awakening. It offers a rare glimpse of the sacred, providing guidance to those seeking their purpose. The revelations Catherine received offer unique insights into the practice of prayer and the promise of eternal life. If this message resonates with you, please like the video and subscribe. Your support helps us reach more hearts with these powerful reflections. Let's get started. Originally from Bolivia, Catalina's existence seemed ordinary until these divine encounters altered her path. The messages she received were accompanied by remarkable events, including unexplainable phenomena such as stigmata and miraculous occurrences. These signs, observed by many, attracted the attention of both the faithful and the Church, eager to understand the magnitude of these revelations. The teachings shared through Catalina emphasized the power within us, a practice that Jesus highlighted as incredibly potent. In her stories, Catalina details Jesus' instructions on effective prayer. Her guidance, though simple, holds immense depth. Seek, and you will find. However, this assurance is tempered by the need for proper focus. Jesus stresses the importance of humility, unwavering faith and persistence, warning against pride and the risk of prayers going unanswered when the heart is not aligned with divine purpose. Catalina Rivas, born in Cochabamba, Bolivia, in 1944, emerged as a significant figure in the religious landscape of the late 20th century. Her spiritual experiences began to attract attention in the early 1990s, especially in 1994, when she first claimed to have received messages from Jesus Christ. These communications were not isolated incidents. They occurred frequently, and Catalina meticulously documented each encounter. One of the most remarkable events in her life occurred on September 16, 1996, when she first experienced the phenomenon of the stigmata. In Cochabamba, in the modest surroundings of her home, witnesses observed the appearance of wounds on her body, reminiscent of the wounds of Christ. This event attracted both devout believers and skeptics, leading to investigations by medical professionals and religious authorities. The Church, while cautious, acknowledged the sincerity of Catherine's experiences, although the official position remained one of careful observation rather than outright approval. We all face times when life seems overwhelming and finding answers seems impossible. At those times, better understanding and guidance can make all the difference. That is exactly what the secret of Jesus' apparitions offers, a path to clarity and peace through Jesus' revelations. If you're looking for hope and guidance, this ebook may be the lifeline you need. And the best part? It's available right now as a free gift for you to download in the first comment pinned. Don't miss it. This could be the turning point in your life's journey. Thus, the messages Catherine received often included teachings on prayer and divine providence with a whole new level of precision. For example, in a series of revelations in 1997, Jesus communicated the importance of humility in prayer. He warned that many who ask for favors do not understand the consequences of their requests. Jesus stressed that some requests, if granted, could cause spiritual harm, comparing such requests to poison that could destroy the soul. Catherine's accounts also emphasize the importance of prayer being offered in the right way, stressing the need for sincerity, faith, and perseverance. The words of Jesus, transmitted by Catalina, remind believers that prayers should be offered with the heart aligned with the divine will, not just personal desires. This teaching left many in the Christian community surprised, especially at a time when many were searching for spiritual meaning amidst the challenges of the modern world. In 1998, Catalina participated in several international religious conferences, where she shared her experiences and the messages she had received. These events were held in various cities in Latin America and Europe, including meetings in Mexico City and Rome. During these conferences, she spoke of the importance of understanding God's will and accepting the outcome of prayers with confidence, even when it meant enduring hardship or unfulfilled desires. His writings, especially those compiled in the late 1990s, serve as a spiritual guide for many. They encourage believers to see unanswered prayers not as rejections, but as manifestations of God's protective mercy. Catherine's writings, which gained international recognition, highlight the importance of enduring life's difficulties with grace and patience. In her stories, Jesus conveyed that those who face slander or harm should not respond with retaliation, but with understanding and compassion. This teaching reflects a spiritual principle, that true victory does not consist in defeating others, but in defeating oneself. Jesus emphasized that seeking rewards in this life leads to disappointment, while enduring suffering for the sake of heaven is the true path to spiritual fulfillment. Your commitment really makes a difference. By liking, subscribing, and offering a super thank you, you are directly supporting our mission to further spread these meaningful messages. So, in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Catalina traveled extensively, sharing her experiences and the messages she received. In 2001, she spoke at important religious meetings in cities such as Seville, Spain, and Bogotá, Colombia. These events were crucial in spreading her message, which resonated with many who were searching for meaning in life's challenges. His teachings were particularly impactful during this period, as they provided a framework for understanding suffering not as a curse, but as a means to approach the divine. One of Catherine's most notable teachings was the idea that the saints and martyrs, despite their immense sacrifices, considered their earthly trials insignificant compared to the eternal joys of heaven. This concept was revolutionary for many, as it shifted attention from earthly struggles to the eternal rewards promised in the afterlife. Jesus, according to Catherine, reminded believers that the difficulties of life are temporary, and that the true reward lies beyond this world, in the serenity and joy of heaven. Catalina's messages also addressed the importance of prayer, not as a mere ritual, but as a profound dialogue with the divine. She recounted that Jesus insisted on the need for sincerity and faith in prayer, warning against prayer with selfish or impure intentions. This teaching encouraged believers to align their prayers with God's will, seeking not material gain, but spiritual growth and understanding. The secret of Jesus' appearances is available for a limited time. It's in the posted commentary, but it won't last forever. Download your copy now. So, in her later years, Catherine continued to write and speak about her experiences, helping to guide countless people on their spiritual journeys. Her messages continue to inspire and urge believers to look beyond the trials of this world and trust in God's plan. The vision of heaven he shared, a place free from pain, fear and suffering, served as a beacon of hope for those struggling with the challenges of everyday life. Her life and teachings continue to inspire those who seek a deeper understanding of their spiritual path, reminding them that the ultimate goal is not found in earthly achievements, but in the eternal joy and peace of heaven. Catalina Rivas, known for her profound spiritual experiences beginning in the 1990s, has left a significant mark on contemporary Christian spirituality. Her writings, including A Santa Missa and A Paixão, offer insight into the mystical dimensions of the Catholic faith. These works, first published in the late 20th century, resonate with those seeking a more intimate connection with the divine, especially through the sacraments. His relationship with the apostolic movement of the new evangelization played a crucial role in spreading his messages. This movement, although controversial because of its connections with figures such as Tomislav Vlasic, helped spread his visions to a wider audience. Despite criticism and skepticism from some quarters, Catherine's experiences have continued to inspire a devoted public. The Church, although cautious, has acknowledged the faith of her followers without fully endorsing the supernatural elements of her experiences. As we get closer to the most important part, remember that your support is vital. If you like, subscribe, and give a super thank you, you'll help us continue to share these life-changing insights with more people. Your contribution can make a real impact. In addition to her documented visions, Catalina has also experienced extraordinary phenomena such as bilocation and levitation. Although these claims have not been verified by the Church, they contribute to the aura of mysticism surrounding her life. These phenomena, along with her vivid descriptions of heaven and the afterlife, have made her an attractive figure for those interested in the mystical aspects of Christianity. Catherine's teachings emphasize that the ultimate reward for faith and perseverance is not to be found in the pleasures of this world, but in the eternal joy of heaven. She describes heaven as a place where the soul experiences an incomparable delight in the presence of God that surpasses all earthly pleasures. The vision he offers, where one sees the beauty and majesty of the divine face to face, serves as a powerful motivation for believers to endure the trials of this life with hope and patience. His public appearances, especially at conferences in Latin America and Europe, allowed him to share these ideas with a worldwide audience. These events, held in cities such as Seville and Bogotá, were instrumental in spreading her messages beyond Bolivia's borders, helping her to gain an international following. In short, Catalina Rivas's life and teachings offer a unique blend of mystical experiences and practical spiritual advice. Her emphasis on the importance of prayer, humility, and perseverance in the face of life's challenges provides a roadmap for those seeking to deepen their faith. The promise of eternal joy he describes reminds us that our true fulfillment lies not in the fleeting pleasures of this world, but in the eternal presence of God. If you haven't already done so, now may be the perfect time to download your copy of The Secret of Jesus' Apparitions. They sell out fast. You'll find it in the pinned commentary. Thus, Catalina Rivas, a figure of profound spiritual influence, left a legacy that transcends simple religious teachings, offering a path of deep contemplation and transformation. Her writings and experiences invite us to explore the mysteries of divine grace and the eternal joys that await those who persevere in faith. In her messages, Catherine conveyed a vision of heaven that is both intimate and grandiose. She described the blessed as being crowned as kings, not for their earthly achievements, but for their spiritual victories. The true reward, however, lies not in the splendor of heavenly riches, but in the direct encounter with the divine. According to Catherine, the greatest joy in heaven is the vision of God himself, to see him face to face, to experience his love without the barriers that exist in mortal life. This direct communion with the divine is presented as the ultimate fulfillment of the soul, far surpassing any pleasure that can be experienced through the senses on earth. Catherine's teachings emphasize that this deep spiritual connection is cultivated through a life of prayer, humility, and unwavering faith. She emphasized the idea that prayer is not just a method of asking for favors, but a transformative practice that aligns the heart with the divine will. Through prayer, believers are encouraged to transcend the difficulties of earthly existence, recognizing that these challenges are temporary and pale in comparison to the eternal joy that awaits them. Her stories also call attention to the role of Jesus' passion and the love he demonstrated during his suffering. Catherine spoke of the sweetness experienced by the soul in moments of sincere prayer, when the Father reveals his goodness and mercy. This experience, she suggested, is a foretaste of the eternal delight that comes with the full revelation of God's love in heaven. The veil that separates the earthly from the divine will one day be lifted, and, at that moment, the faithful will behold the fullness of God's beauty, power, and perfection. Catherine's visions of paradise are both a promise and a call to action. They remind us that our true existence is not limited to the struggles of this life, but begins in earnest in the life to come. His messages encourage believers to endure earthly trials with patience, realizing that these difficulties are but a small price to pay for the eternal rewards that await. The teachings he received urge us to prepare our hearts through prayer, not only to seek temporal graces, but to prepare ourselves for the infinite joy of the afterlife. If you have thought about it, don't wait too long. The secret of Jesus' apparitions is almost exhausted. The link is in the commentary posted, but it will disappear soon. His legacy, therefore, is not only one of personal piety, but of a profound invitation to live with an awareness of the eternal promise made by Jesus. It is a call to embrace faith, hope, and love in their purest forms, and to look beyond the passing sorrows of this world to the eternal peace of heaven. Catalina's life and messages continue to inspire those who undertake the spiritual journey, offering a vision of the ultimate fulfillment of a life lived in close communion with the divine. This reflection on Catalina Rivas summarizes her powerful call to a life of faith and the assurance of eternal joy for those who persevere, leaving us with a renewed sense of purpose and hope in our spiritual paths.